Hi guys, it's me Ogechi. Welcome to my channel. Okay, today I'm videoing from my laptop, and today I would like to talk to you guys about the whole Windrush generation that is happening right now. If you've been watching the news, you will know there has been a bit of migration issue that is going on with um most people that came from the Caribbean to Britain during the what they call the Windrush period. I think it's the time when the British people opened up their borders and say people come in to work for us, and many people from the Caribbean came and stayed to work. Most of the time, most of them did not go back home, and most of them stayed back and gave birth here, and most of those ones that came during that period have died, so they're not alive. So as of now, the issue is that the home office is having problem calling them, like giving them a permanent stay in Britain, because they are now considered as like illegal immigrants. So if you want to listen, I think if you want to know more about this issue, advise to go to the news, go to BBC, The Sun, any news place that you know, and listen more to it. So I'm not here to talk about the whole Windrush issue, because I personally, well, I'm talking about the Windrush issue, but I'm not talking about what happened before then and so and so. No, I'm talking about the next step, what to do next. So if you are a migrant in UK, to be precise, it's important as of now that you know the rules that apply to you, because ignorance in this issue is not bliss, it's stupidity. I'll tell you for an example. Most people that migrate from Africa to come to UK, they have a purpose. You have to have a purpose to come into UK. They had a purpose, and when they decide to stay, they make themselves, at least they do anything they can do to make sure that they are classified as citizens, or at least have indefinite leave, and they pay a lot of money for these things. I'm not joking. Thank God I sorted out, my own was sorted out by my mother, but I'm just trying to think, like, for those who are coming in and do not even know what their future holds in the UK, especially for those who want to stay, I feel for them. However, I feel like they have to be logical. I was listening to some of the stories that some of them were telling, and I'm like, so who is to blame? I don't think it's the Home Office. I'm not lying to you. I don't think it's the Home Office. I think it's the ignorance that people think that because I've lived in the UK from the beginning of my life, then that automatically makes you a British. No, it does not. In UK, what makes you British is your passport. Birth certificate is important, but your passport right now makes makes you British, or your paperwork, pretty much any paperwork that you have, it gives you the allowance to work in UK. Even British people are finding it hard nowadays to claim that they are British without documents. Okay, so ignorance is not bliss. Make sure that you know your immigration laws. Make sure that you know what is about to happen and what is about to change. I'll tell you a reason. When Brexit happened, me and my friends, we often used to go out of the, like, we used to go on holiday, and one of my friend, she is from Nigeria, like I am from, and whenever we go on holiday, she always has to book a visa. And I remember telling her, listen, go and get yourself a passport. She's been here since she was a very, very young person, true child, literally. Okay, so I said to her, do yourself a favor, go and get some sort of permanent stay in this UK. And she keeps saying, well, to be honest, when they came here, the plan wasn't for them to stay, because the dad, I think, came to work like most of these Windrush people. They came to work, and the plan was not to stay, it's just to stay for temporary and then go back. But family situation happened, they are here. I said to her, it doesn't matter your reason, go and get your passport, go get something. So Brexit happened. I pressed on her. I'm like, listen, this is not the UK law changes like the weather changes. Okay. So I said to her, go and get it. Thankfully, she listened to the advice. She said she's been just looking at these things and the law and all those things. She did it. She's like, listen, I'm going to go get my passport. She had to save a lot of money to pay for that passport. So UK is an investment. For you to live in UK, you have to invest to pay. You have to pay to live in it. That is their law for those who are coming in new. So my advice for all these people that are blaming the um, Home Office and all these people, no, don't blame them. Blame yourself and blame your parents. Reason being that before I came to UK, hi, my mom sorted out our documents. She said she even like before this thing anyways, she was telling us that when she was trying to make sure that we received our passport before, because I was British before coming into Britain, put it that way. So she was trying to make sure that we received our passport. People were telling her, leave it. When these children come, they will become citizen. They will be fine. The UK government will not do this. No, my mom said no. As she was looking at how policies was changing at the time when she was trying to get us the passport, she said to herself, make sure that you organize your paperwork for your children. Listen, we went through hell on British Embassy hand in Nigeria to come to UK. We paid a lot of money. My mom had to suffer a whole lot in this UK to a point that she just went to the Birmingham mayor at that time to say, what is wrong? Do you want people, you guys want to kill me before you give my children their permission to come and live with me? So my point is, make sure, don't blame the British government, blame your parents and blame yourself, because most of these people have grown up in Britain, have children, grandchildren, great grandchildren, children, and they still didn't find it necessary for them to make sure that the paperwork is sorted out. I mean, one of the the people that were interviewed on the news even said, yeah, he is partly to blame because he was ignorant. Thought, okay, everything is fine. Just give that. Well, I don't know biometrics. I don't even know what it was that they gave out. My people, be wise. Now that Brexit is coming soon, it is now that you start planning what to do, because the law will change in your face so quickly that you start thinking, what in the world is going on? My advice to you is, what is the next step for you? Okay, you've seen the law change. What are you going to do to change those law? Most Africans that are now in UK, especially those who migrated, most of them paid for indefinite leave. It's not a joke. The money is a lot. They had to take tests. They had to do all these things. So that's why I always think they are smart anyways, because at the end of the day, they know the purpose of their visit to UK. They know what they want, and they know they have to make themselves feel comfortable. Okay. So even my friend, she said to her husband after 5 years or so, don't you think it's important that we now have um an indefinite leave? And the husband obviously was just in a kind of hey sort of mode. She spoke to the husband and said it's important that we get this thing now and sorted. Even if you want to go back to her home country, and that's fine. At least you feel comfortable and there is no barrier for you to go into work. So they finally got that done. It's important that you stop being ignorant and know the laws of the country that applies to you. Okay, that is my advice. The point is, don't blame anyone. Blame yourself for not knowing. First of all, because most of them didn't know their parents didn't even sort these things out. Because I was just listening to his thing. I really empathize with him. He didn't know the parents didn't sort it out because there was opportunity for them to sort it out at the time, but some of them didn't get the memo. So I'm glad that the Home Office is trying to do something about it to make it better for those people because it's quite stupid. Like, I mean, I lived in this country more than I lived in any other country in my life. So, in all honesty, I consider here my home. So, it would be quite difficult for anyone to ask you to leave and go to somewhere else. Or even if you identify that place as your home, if you've never been there, how is it going to be your home? You don't even know anyone. So, please, I'm glad that the Home Office is doing something about it. I just wanted to put my own opinion to it. I'm not trying to be here to blame anyone. The parents, actually, everyone is to be blamed. Home office parents, the children of the children who didn't know what their background is like. I always told people wherever you come from is where you're identified. Wherever your parents come is where you're. They argue with me, especially with the Caribbeans. They always argue this with me. I'm like, no, I don't care if you call yourself British. Passport is the only thing that make you British. Birth, yeah, British by birth doesn't mean that you're like fully English. No, this ain't your land. So if you then decide to make it your land, make sure that you follow the laws to make it your land. It's quite simple. If you want to make a place a home, put the things that are required to make it a home. So I'll keep telling them, listen, this thing is just kind of a wake up call for many people. Like, even though you think you're British, the British people don't think you're British. Okay, so I'm glad the Home Office is really doing something about it because it's quite disheartening to lose your job just because of paperwork, which is so annoying. Anyways, I'm glad that the Home Office is doing something about it. So, on that note, I'll just close off this talk and let's hope for the best because this thing is really eating up some people's life, man. Anyways, yeah, that's my advice. Don't be ignorant. Know the laws that apply to you. Get your paperwork sorted out now because Brexit is coming. You think you're kicking out Europeans? No, they'll kick everyone out. Oh, have your paperwork. Know your identity. Know where you come from. If things happen, you know how to carry your bag. Hit through, bakam, we go home. Okay, take care. I mean, that's if it comes down to that nitty gritty of it. But anyways, the point is, British. This is. I don't think the Home Office is being racist at all. By the way, Britain is your home. If you want to make it your home, get the necessary paperwork to make it your home. Do the things that are required to make it your home. Okay, that's my advice, and it's the same advice for British people living in other people's country. Anyways, take care. Bye.